We are bringing on our first guest. She is new to the show, never been on before. Her name is Monique. This is her writing name. And so I want to find out if that's her pen name, or if it's her real name, or only her pen name. And Monique, welcome to Black Authors Matter TV.
Let me get my thing off. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Wonderful.
Now the books behind you, are those all your books?
Yes, these are all my books.
Oh, wow. Okay. You
You a
got
whole little library back there.
Yeah,
Come on,
you
girl.
do.
Listen, I'm not even in front of my library that I have all of the authors I've either read or plan to read. I'm almost at 1,000. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Oh,
Lovely.
that's
Hmm.
great.
Yes,
So now is M Monique your birth name or your pen name?
it is my pen name.
Okay, so you
Yes,
you are have a completely different name that
I don't. It is a the first initial of my first name and my middle name. So I go
Oh,
by
okay.
that.
So that's your
Yes,
name.
it's
Some
still my
people have
name.
a
It's just
complete
yes,
okay. Some people have a
yes.
completely different name,
Mhm.
first and last. That's not their name at all.
Yes.
So, and I wasn't gonna if that was the case, wasn't gonna have you spill the beans and reveal it.
Oh, okay.
I was just
Okay,
asking.
that's cool.
So you started writing not that long ago, about 6 years
Right,
ago.
right. 6 years ago, I released my first book, March of 2020. Yeah,
Okay, write it when the pandemic hit.
correct.
Oh,
Right.
that right when the pandemic hit. I mean, like
Because
right
it
on.
was March, right?
Listen, I was working in healthcare and I went on medical leave in November. And I remember after the whole debacle with COVID, I recall, thinking about how amazing it was that because I have a compromised immune system, having lupus, I was like, it's perfect. He pulled me out just in time because people were getting sick
Oh,
left and right where I worked. So it just worked out that I was home during all of that. Yeah. So yeah.
I think
yeah.
that, in certain, of course, COVID was a terrible
Mhm.
thing in that a lot of people passed. And
Yeah.
you working in healthcare, you saw
Yeah.
it probably way more than a lot of us did. But
Before it was COVID.
the
Mhm.
blessing in that is that there were so many authors who came
Yes.
out of that time, so many business
Correct.
owners who came out of that time.
That's
And
what I
there were
keep
a lot of people
saying.
who used that time to themselves and used it very productively.
And that's
And
what I've said too. Like COVID, I mean, the whole pandemic produced a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot
yes,
of people who, took it upon themselves to get their mental health in check. It's a lot of things that came out of that whole thing. So yeah, yeah.
that's the good thing.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you have so how many books have you published altogether since
40,
then? 40
40,
books. 40.
40 books.
Wow. What types
I
of
don't know.
different genres or the same type of book or what?
So I write romance. I do write black romance, but I also write romantic suspense. And I write inspirational romance. So
Yeah. See, I like romantic suspense. If I'm going to write romance, and I'm not a big romance writer, even though my last book was a romantic comedy. If I write romance, it's going to be romantic comedy, romantic suspense, but it's never just going to be
yeah,
straight romance.
yeah,
But I really like romantic suspense.
I love it. I fell in love with romantic suspense. I read Maureen Smith. I think she was the first author I read who wrote romantic suspense. And then I found of course Beverly Jenkins. I've read her. I started off with her historical romances really, and then I read some of her other works. Um and yeah, here we are.
So what
Yeah.
what made you say I want to write a book?
So
You
I'm
know,
one of
have
those
you been
people who,
writing all the time? Have you been writing short stories, or have you been doing some other kind of writing and then you decided to do a book, or what lit the fire for you to actually say I'm going to do it now in 20
So,
in March of 2020?
so I got sick in 2019, and as a kid, I was always writing like little short stories. In high school, I would take notebooks and just write little short stories. When I was in college, I started writing a book that every time it seems like I started writing, chaos would unfold, right?
Mm.
But if I knew then what I know now, I just would have kept pushing through. But everything has a season. Anyway, I got sick in 2019, and I told God if He wake me up from surgery, I had skull surgery, I will walk in my purpose. And this is how we got here. March 2020, I released my first book, and I've been full time writing since then.
Wow.
That's how we got here.
How, you know what? That says something about you. You don't know how to sit still. Somebody who has skull surgery and it says, I'm going to use my head to write a book.
Me, because I didn't have anything to do, and I have been sitting on this same story. So my first book, the characters in that book are the same characters I wrote about in high school. They're the
Mm.
same people I pulled all these years later, 22 years into the future. 25, oh geez, I don't even want to think about it. Pull all these people into the future and continue their story. Like I wrote it from a standpoint, where in my age group now, because normally, back in high school, you write the little teeny bopper
You
stuff.
write teen stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I just, I brought it current, and these are the same characters I've had. Yep.
So are your books series? Are you series driven? Is your writing series driven?
It depends. So I have well, I consider them interconnected books because a lot of them are standalones, but they connect with other books. So they can be series. A lot of people read my stuff out of order and they still can keep up. But
Okay.
I would definitely say I like standalones, but only if they're connected to, because I like writing about families. I like writing about friends, a friend group,
Okay.
where I can piggyback off of another book for another character. So that's my thing. Like I
So you
like
like
doing
to
it.
focus on one character in one book, maybe another character in
Correct,
the book,
correct,
but they're still
mhm,
interconnected.
correct,
Okay, I get it.
correct.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what's your best selling book so far?
Blue. Is it blue still?
Do
It's
you
gotta
have
be
a do you
blue.
have it on your shelf somewhere behind you where you can
Oh,
show it
I
to
do. I
us?
do
And
have
what-
him. Listen, I have an entire stack of him. Blue.
oh, okay.
Um, he
Okay.
is,
BLU. And look, I think I just saw BLU now. Okay. All
yeah.
right.
So he's the second book in my summer series. So it's a standalone, but it's connected to three other books. Um, so this is the first one here, Uncovering Love. So this is gray and then
Okay.
blue.
Okay.
And then I have Kingston and August. So they're blue and gray are twin, and then Kingston and August are brothers, and they're friends of gray and blue. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So and when did Blue come out? Like in the sort of the if you put your books 1 to 40, where is Blue
Blue was
in the
number
mix?
10. He
Number
was number
10.
10,
Okay.
and I released him in November, maybe November 2021.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Um, but to date, I want to say I can't, he's my most successful book long running because he still is read a lot now.
Okay.
People are still finding my summer series. So yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how readers find stuff.
Yeah.
When I go look at my on KDP, you see your daily
Hmm.
sales.
Right.
And my first book that came out 18 years ago, it's
Mhm.
18. Yeah,
Wow. Hmm.
it still sells, and I don't
Yeah.
promote it at all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
somehow people, and then they'll buy the companion book that
Hmm.
did come out, and it's not fiction, it's nonfiction. It's a book
Okay.
about economics. But
Okay.
I did a companion book 10
Hmm.
years after that,
Hmm.
and people will buy it. If
Yeah.
you're interested in that in economics,
Hmm.
you will be interested in both of them.
Yeah.
But they cover different
Yeah.
topics. But it's just interesting to
Yeah.
see people
It
find
is.
your work even when you
It
are
is.
not promoting it.
Right. I'm bad
So
about promoting. I'm so bad about it.
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, because promotion isn't fun.
It's not.
We enjoy writing the book. We might even enjoy going to a book signing or something.
Right.
But to
Right.
constantly ask people to buy your book, to constantly be talking about your book, and then you're wondering whether people are tired of you talking about the book. And it's not fun. My daughter already told me she does not want to be an entrepreneur. She said it irritates her to have to always ask people to buy stuff, and she sees me always on the grind. She said, I just want to be a 9 to 5 girly. When I get off work, I just want to do what I want to do. I don't feel like selling. I see you
Mm.
always on the grind. I don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. She just wants
Rhonda,
to look. She wants to
you,
leave work at work. And for most of
yeah.
us, we don't leave it. Like I sleep, I tell people all the time, I sleep on my characters.
Mm,
Even when I lay
mm,
down at night, I'm
yeah.
thinking about the
Yeah.
next the
Or
next
you
scene
wake up
I'm
in the
trying to
middle of the
write.
night
Yeah. Right.
and something
Right.
comes up. Rhonda, the words that you said that your daughter said are the same words that my daughter said to me. Because she grew up seeing, us, having a small business. Her whole life has been with her parents
Yeah.
having a business.
Hmm.
So she knows what it means.
Yeah.
And so she said, I just want to, go to work and get a paycheck and, get my month vacation or whatever and get sick leave, whatever, PTO,
Yes.
whatever they call it. I get to hear the lingo of what happens in corporate because I have no idea. But she does not want to be, she wouldn't mind doing something on the side. But I told
Yeah.
her, one thing I told her about something on the side, if it's not bringing in money, it's a hobby. It's not a business.
Hmm.
And a lot
Yeah.
of people, they do all this stuff and they still haven't made a sale yet. They get an
Mhm.
LLC, they make a website 3 or 4 different times.
And that's the most unfun thing. If you're thinking you're doing all of the right things, you're spending money,
Money
or you're not spending money.
Hmm.
You think you're and I think that's the mistake a lot of people make, is they don't want to spend money because they say, I need to save my money. I'm not making sales, so I don't want to
Right.
spend money. But sometimes you have to spend money to make money, but they don't want to spend money because they think
Yeah.
they have to save it all, and they're not
Yes,
making
it is.
anything. It's a vicious cycle.
It is. It really is. It really is. It's work. It's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
it's work. It's work. But
Hmm.
and it takes a certain kind of person to do it.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah,
not
but
for
Right.
everybody.
you know what the good news is?
What's that?
Cinco de Mayo is
Oh
holiday time.
yeah.
Holiday time.
It is Cinco de Mayo. I forgot about
It is.
Texas, it's a big holiday in Texas,
Yeah.
but it's
Florida too.
celebrated within the Hispanic community more
Hmm.
so. It not,
Hmm. Yeah.
citywide. But they normally have a parade. I've never been, but
Yeah.
anyway, we're off topic, and so we need to get back on what your newest book, Widowmaker,
Yes.
and do you have a copy of that handy?
I have the special edition copy. So this is the special edition. It has like the color interior and things like that. But
Oh,
yeah, this is my newest baby.
okay.
Hmm.
Now, a couple of things. One,
Yeah.
why did you do a play on words for the maker part? What made you? The May
So
has some significance. because it's
Yeah,
bigger. So I could
correct.
tell that.
So
Um,
the female main character's name is Major, but in Dr.
Sorry,
Bell,
Major.
without the OR. So it's Major. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And her name is Major Storm. And she is also in another book. Well, she's at the end of the book. She's something unfortunate happens to her mom, and Dr. Bell saves her. He essentially saves her when he's putting her to sleep. He says, he asks her, "Do you mind if I call you May?" And she says, "No, I don't mind." So that's how her name became May.
oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, so she goes by May. Um, but yeah, this is my girl.
Okay. Now, what made you do a special edition?
So, this book is very near and dear. This is the first time I've done graphics for a novel. Um, because newspaper clippings are at the beginning of each of her chapters. So I wanted to give the readers a chance instead of incorporating her past into the book through her voice, I incorporated her past through the book from a reporter's standpoint because she was doing some things and they didn't know it was her, but the newspaper clippings were like, another body has been found. They're still looking for this person and da 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 da.
Okay.
They think they're looking for a man and all these things. So there are actual newspaper clippings, graphics in this. So that's the whole point of the special edition.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Now you self-publish all your books, or
Yes.
okay, that's a lot of books, and
I did
you do paperbacks because and hardcover because you're not just doing Kindle because you have all of
correct.
those books behind you.
Right. I keep books in on hand. I have a book event coming, Black Romance Book Fest, and I also have my own book event coming to my city in August. So
Okay. And wait, and you are located where again?
in Florida, North Florida, Pensacola.
Okay,
Okay,
Pensacola.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's right across the line. Well,
Hmm.
right across the
Yeah.
Texas. When you go I-10 and
Right.
you get to Florida, because my sister used to live in Jacksonville, and
I
I was driving by myself. This was years ago. I would never do that now, but I was driving by myself, and I crossed the Florida line, and I was like, "Wow, I got to Florida fast!" And this was before GPS, so I
Yeah.
didn't realize I had 8 hours to go,
Right.
and
Oh my God.
oh,
Listen,
so
talk
I'm like,
about
"When am
that
I going to get to
all
Jacksonville?"
the time. It's people don't realize that though. I tell them every time, yes, I'm in Florida, but Miami is a 14-hour drive from me, and I'm in
Right,
Florida.
right. It's kind of like Texas, although bigger, because Texas it
Yeah.
takes 18 hours to cross from
See.
one side to the
Mm,
other.
mm,
That's
mm,
a that's
mm.
you know that's a lot of driving.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Florida's big. People don't realize it's wide at
Mhm.
the top, and then you have
Right.
that long corridor. And I've driven.
Yeah.
I don't think I've driven to Miami. I've been to Miami. I think I drove
Yeah.
to Tampa.
Yeah. Listen,
Um,
either one, they both
yeah,
a good little drive for me.
yeah. So you have an event coming up in Pensacola called.
Urban Lit Exhibition 850. So there's going to be 35 Black authors. I'm going to have Brenda Jackson, Casey Mills. Um, we have Monica Walters, Tatiana. We have a lot of people. Siobhan Latrice. I'm excited. It's exciting.
Yes,
Is
some
it for
pretty good
romance
hitters.
or
It's romance. I think everyone who's there are romance authors. Yes.
okay?
You have some pretty good heavy hitters who are going to be there.
I'm so excited. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Now,
Yes.
what led you to create the Urban Lit? Ex, is it Urban Lit exhibition?
850. And
And what's the
uh,
850? Is that a freeway?
that's
Is
my
that a highway?
area code. The area
Oh,
code here.
area code. Okay, I knew
Yeah.
it had some significance like
Yeah.
that. Okay, all
So,
right.
so being that I'm unable to fly, doctor's orders, and being that it's difficult for me to travel, um, I wanted to bring something here. I do go to book events that are close. I go to Atlanta. I just came back from Orlando. Um, but because unable to fly, there's a lot of things I don't get to do. Um, because of the residual effects I had from surgery.
Right.
Um, so I just wanted to throw something in my city, and I've always wanted to do a book event, and the time just presented itself. Just presented itself. So yeah,
Okay, and then you get
Mm.
to sell and sign your own books too.
right,
Mhm.
right. It's
Now, I
exciting.
have a question about lupus and
Mhm.
what does it play a role in your stories? Like,
The only thing that I do have a storyline I do have something to incorporate that into, but that story is something I'm working on. It's an inspirational romance, and the FMC has lupus. Um, but the only thing I've used, that's something personal to me, was in my book August, which is a part of my summer series. The FMC in that book has a tumor on her pituitary gland that causes her to go blind. That also happened to me when I was 19, 20 years old. Um,
mm,
I had started losing my eyesight, and it was because of a tumor on my pituitary gland. So I do write about that. I tell my story through the FMC in that book. So yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay. So, your example of uh, all the things that you are doing is a good example for people who say, well, I can't do, I'm limited, or, I can't go places, or
Hmm.
people can figure things out, how to
Hmm.
get things done if they want to,
Hmm.
a lot of
And it's,
times.
and it's
Hmm.
not easy. I mean, it's
Hmm.
very it's very hard. I
I'm
mean,
sure.
I went to Orlando, and I've been back for maybe 2 or 3 weeks now, and I'm still dealing with the vertigo of going south 6 hours. Um,
Mm.
because
Is it the sitting
there
down? Is it?
It's the barometric pressure change because I've had surgery on my skull. I've had a
Oh.
surgery twice on my skull. So pressure, which is why I can't fly, pressure is
Mhm.
it causes me to have severe vertigo. So I'm not able to drive on my own for a certain amount of
Okay.
time. So I have to have a driver, like that type of stuff.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I get vertigo really easily.
Wow.
um,
I hope you're able to partner with some of the organizations because it seems like you're building a great platform to spread awareness
oh yeah.
about lupus and
Mhm.
some of the effects of lupus,
Mhm.
and you can do that through your event.
Correct. And I'm looking into that. I've been trying, listen, the struggle, the
I get
struggle.
it.
But I'm still putting my best foot forward. I'm sending out emails. So yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So, Blue is your best-selling book,
Hmm.
and is there one of your titles that is like your favorite?
Oh yes, that would be Still Waters. So Still Waters is a two-part series. There is a third book to it that is in the works right now, but Still Waters is a romantic suspense. Favorite
Okay.
book. Yep, favorite. My absolute favorite. It's about an attorney, uh Phoenix Steele, who essentially rescues the FMC when she gets lost in the woods. He's a recluse, and she just happens to stumble upon his property. And there's a terrible storm, and he's like, if that's her own fault for getting lost out there, and I'm not gonna go try to find her. But then he, gets some morals about him, and so he decides to go look for her, and that starts the whole book. Uh, the whole book. But yeah, I love
Oh,
them.
okay. Well, Mama Tony wanted to share. the link for your event because she's in Florida too. I think she's close to the
Oh,
Georgia.
okay.
I forgot where exactly, but she's close to the Georgia line. She's
Okay.
not that far from Georgia, so she wanted to share the link for your event in the
Okay.
chat. So,
Okay.
because she's always going to events, especially close to home in her vicinity.
Let me see.
Uh,
Oh,
so, uh, do that, and
Definitely
also,
share your link because also there's another lady from Florida, Kimberly Weeks. She's in the chat and she lives in Florida as well. So you never know, she might be able to swing
yeah.
through. So go ahead and promote yourself, girl.
yeah,
Listen, please come. This will be the last round of tickets sold because I initially sold out. So I did add more tickets in this last couple of days. So this is actually pretty cool. So yeah, if you would like to come, definitely come see us.
Okay, I
Um,
see you just put it in the
she put it
yes.
in the
Zoom
Zoom
chat.
chat.
I'm gonna take it and
So,
put it to the Facebook chat.
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, Rhonda can do that.
But yeah, it's going to be August 1st and 2nd. The first is the actual book signing. The second is a brunch we're having with Brenda Jackson. So
Okay.
it's
Well, I
going to
love
be
a good
fun.
brunch. I need to swing through
Hmm.
myself, but I'm too far from you.
Yeah.
What I think that's the weekend we're gonna be in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Did
I
you say
can't come
it
anyway. You
was?
see there?
What are the dates again?
August 1st and 2nd.
Oh yeah, we'll be in
Okay, yeah,
Atlanta.
that's when we'll be in Atlanta. But
Yep.
yeah, in the future we might be able to swing it to get over there.
Yes, please.
Hmm.
I plan on, providing, you know, I get through this. Um, I plan to have it again in 2028. So,
Okay, so you're gonna do opt for a biannual or
correct.
every other
Mhm.
year. Hmm.
Correct.
Some people do that.
Hmm.
It's all kinds of
Yeah.
formulas, and you can create your own formula. You don't have
Yeah.
to necessarily do what everybody else does.
Mhm.
Right,
And I
right.
have so much on my plate. I have so much on my plate, and I'm just, it's like I would be doing myself so crazy if I had one next year. I wouldn't, it would just be too much. So, yeah.
Yeah. So
I,
Widowmaker is your latest book,
Yes.
Widow Mayker, and
Hmm.
uh, it just came out.
Yes.
So people out there, and is it part of a series or is it a standalone?
Yes. So, Widowmaker is a part of the only book I would recommend reading before Widowmaker is Dr. Bell. Not because you probably can read this, but she does appear in like the last chapter of Dr. Bell. And people will understand what actually happened to get her to where she is in this book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
My final question on the still waters, and
Yeah.
it came to me as you were describing it.
Mhm.
Do you come up with your titles based on the character, or do you come up with the character and then create the title?
I come up with a line. Okay, I know it sounds crazy. When I'm driving, I love music. Um,
Me too. And you
and
said you like old school music. Wasn't that you that like old school music?
I love old school 90s, early
Me too.
2000s, the 80s. Like I listen
Yeah.
to all that. Like
Okay.
my kids don't even know who most of these new artists are because we're always listening to
Yeah,
Yes.
my
old
daughter
school.
didn't until she started, was older and could listen to stuff on her
Mhm.
own, but she only
Yeah,
heard old school. And I go back further than that on old
yeah.
school.
I'm and
But
I'm so sorry, but it's after 9 o'clock.
is it okay? All right. Sorry. Rhonda's
I mean, I love talking old school
she's
music
the
too.
timekeeper. She's the timekeeper. So and Monique, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
Congratulations on all your
you.
books.
Thank you.
And congrats on your upcoming event. I know it'll be
Thank
a
you so much.
huge success.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it
Um,
was a blast and a pleasure. Thank you so much
Thank
for being on
you.
the show.
Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
You
And you do the
too.
same. Take
Bye.
care. Bye
You
bye.
too. Bye.